I woke up today and I realized something, man. That this chapter wasn't a dream. What went down in chapter 988 is a shoot. It actually happened, man. And you know what that means? That means that it is a fact written within the manga, within the confines of the series, that this man, El Príncipe, Mr. Prince, Stealth Black, Sanji gang, is right now taking on the Pteranodon, the big K, right under Kaido. This man king. And as we speak, within the confines of the next storyboard for the following chapter, possibly is a situation in a moment where King and Sanji are duking it out within that building. And it's like, yeah, let's go, man. The scene itself is just so exciting, dog. When you see Monosuke just floating up in the air and everyone around them is shook, like, yo, he's flying up higher and higher. And then this man King, with a capital K, with absolutely no remorse for human life, kicks the space above Momo. And then we get a panel of Sanji and King clashing with their legs. And it's like, yo, how far we've come, because we've seen Sanji do this with Virgo. We saw him do it with Doffy, but now he's doing it with the right-hand man under Kaido. And it's like, all the moments post-time skip leading up to this moment, and it's so great. And speaking of that, of moments leading up to other moments within this series, you know, by the Flaggers, I know I touched upon this in the reaction, but I can't talk enough about how much I adore this panel, man. When Sanji tells Momo, way to drop your name like a man, this scene does what so many before it have also done. And that is to elevate a previous arc, man. You know, one panel to showcase just how important it was that we spent all of that time centered around Sanji and his relationship with his family. Because you know that after experiencing Whole Cake Island, that one panel, he meant it from the bottom of his heart, man. When he told him, yo, way to drop your name like a man. You took pride in your full name. You didn't reject it, you didn't throw it away. You took pride in the fact that you were born as Kozuki Momonosuke. And as we see Sanji slowly but surely also, even though it was in a different kind of way, but the way that he also had to accept who he is within his own family. And even though he was constantly rejected by that family and bullied and everything they did to him, at the end of the day, that's still his family, man. And he came to a point where at the end of Whole Cake Island, he came to really accept them, and he accepted the way that they are with all their imperfections. But because he understood about everything that had taken place up to that point in time, it's like, man, thanks to all of his marvelous adventures with the Strats and whatnot, he was like, yo, these are my family members right here, man. It's like, they ain't perfect, but I'm a part of them. And so now whenever he takes on the raid suit, even though he kind of still low-key is like, nah, I don't want to put this thing on. Now you see, you know, he takes a little bit of pride in putting on that thing. He's already put it on 3 times within this arc. And so it appears that it's becoming a regular part of his arsenal. And with it becoming a regular part of his arsenal, that means that Sanji himself is slowly but surely accepting who he is, which is Sanji Vinsmoke, or Vinsmoke Sanji. And I love that so much, man. So for him to for him to say that in that line of like, yo, way to drop your name like a man, you know, that came from the heart, and it just elevated Whole Cake Island even higher than it already is for me, man. It was such a great scene. And then right after that, King transforms, takes Sanji to another building, and then my cousin, I gotta give him a shout out, yo, because this man brought up the possibility that this could be the building that Zoro's already in. Oh man! Yamato's about to take care of Momonosuke. This is going to cause for some comedy gold, man. This is the stuff that I live for. This is the stuff that I cannot wait to see. I don't know if it's going to be in the following chapter and the chapters after this. Based on the way that the chapter's been going so far, I do assume that we're going to get, at the very least, 1 or 2 panels of Yamato But I can't wait to see the interaction between the two, man. They're going to be absolutely hilarious. Just seeing Momonosuke absolutely confused at this individual who's referring to herself as Kozuki Odin, and it's like, who in the flying flag nerds is this person? I can just imagine Momonosuke actually like acting a little scared at first around her, and Yamato's like, no, relax, like, yo, I'm your pops, like, yo, I'm Odin. I did all these things around the world, you know, I traveled the seas, I was with Roger and Whitebeard, I did my thing, and, you know, going throughout the entire voyage log and whatnot. And then you have Momonosuke just like mad confused, being like, who is this crazy person? It's gonna cause for some awesome comedy. And then after all that subsides and settles down, just to see their interactions, and because ever since it was revealed that Yamato was the child of Kaido, we knew this moment was coming. And the fact that we're going to be getting it much sooner than anticipated, after all the comedy sets down, we actually get those moments between the two. I can't wait to see how they interact and how their character arcs will continue to propel each other, because at the end of the day, by the time this arc ends, I can already tell that both Momonosuke and Yamato, where they get to at the end of this arc is going to be thanks to not only Luffy, but also each other with Yamato and Momonosuke, because they are in such similar scenarios. And it's not necessarily like the exact same scenario, but there's a lot of expectations based on both of them being the children of who they are. And now with Kaido wanting Yamato to be the future Shogun, and I just can't wait to see those interactions here with Yamato and Momonosuke, because it's going to cause for some incredible dialogue and some incredible moments between the two. And if Luffy manages to overhear a little bit of this, I want to hear what his thoughts are on this would be and whatnot. But even if we don't get Luffy's take on it, just to be able to see those interactions between the two and how they truly feel and whatnot, and hopefully Momonosuke are really driving that key home into Yamato's heart, and allowing her to reach that true sense of self, which I do believe she will reach at the end of the arc, man. So I'm super excited for it. Like I said, the comedy first and foremost, but then the awesome character moments and interaction between the two is something I really can't wait to see. We had a great moment with Neko and Inu's underlings, man. When they tell Neko and Inu to stand back, there's a hurricane coming. They're like, oh my god, save your strength for Kaido. This scene was so great, man. You know, like, given how much torture and pain Neko and Inu originally took back in Zou, I can only imagine how their underlings must have felt for so long. Like, man, I could have done so much more. I could have helped Neko, I could have helped Inu, we could have gotten out of the situation, you know, we could have taken on Jack if all of us were together under the moon. And so now they have the opportunity to do so, and the fact that we're getting these moments, and they're right in front of Jack, and Jack is finally learning of the truth right before his eyes. It's so great, it's so awesome, and it's a great payoff to that wonderful story back in Zou. And I can't wait to see what happens if Neko and Inu are going to take on Jack or whatever happens there. But aside from that, I'm really excited to see how Oda is now going to handle the Nangi situation. Nangi, of course, being the new number that was introduced in this chapter right behind, I don't know if he's a part of like Jack's unit or like his platoon or something, like he's playing Call of Duty. But I don't know if Nangi's part of like Jack's squad or something, but is Nangi going to be a situation or an individual who defeats the Three Musketeers and the Will Forest Guardians, and in order to show the strength of the numbers, you know, and then he gets pwned by Neko or Inu? Like, what role is Nangi going to serve? Because obviously, after being introduced in the way that he did, I want to assume that Oda is going to showcase the numbers strength through Nangi, and then possibly, you know, balance that with showcasing the strength of one of the most powerful Sulong members. Like, it might not even be Neko and Inu. It could be like Shishilian or something, like going ham on Nangi. You know, just showcasing the power of these Sulong transformations. But regardless, this section was so hype, man. Seeing the Minks prepare for battle with like their battle cries, you can just hear like some epic battle theme playing in the background as they all approach Nangi and Jack and Kaido menacing behind them. That panel was so awesome, man. So the Minks, obviously, that moment was really awesome. But speaking of the Minks, when are we going to see Carrot in this type of state? Because we saw her twice in this chapter, maybe more than twice, but I remember seeing her twice with Nami. And so I wonder what it's going to take, or what is going to take place that is going to force Carrot to either assist them on the roof or go into her Sulong state here down on below on floor grounds. Based on the way this arc has been going so far, it reminds me of Marineford, and where we're getting a whole bunch of different perspectives, and things will just continue to culminate into its eventual climax and whatnot. So I do wonder what is going to lead to Carrot going into that state, because there's no way she doesn't go into that state in this arc. And I wonder if it's going to be where she enters the state down where they currently are, with Big Mom and them down there, or if she goes up to the roof to assist them after something happens with somebody else up there. Maybe somebody gets wrecked, Carrot goes up there in rage, and so I don't know. I don't know what the plan is currently is, but because Carrot is still down there, I think it's a safe assumption that Carrot will enter her Sulong state while still underground, and that she'll be able to achieve it because of the moonlight coming down from the rooftop. So, but we'll see what happens there. I'm curious, because whenever I didn't see her transform in this chapter, I was kind of shocked, because I was like, man, Oda could have used this opportunity to do one of those crazy Oda things where Carrot transforms exactly 100 chapters after she originally transformed and whatnot. But no, that didn't happen in this chapter, and so I can't wait to see where and when and how Carrot decides to transform, and what leads to that moment. So I definitely look forward to that as well. In this chapter, we had so many awesome Straw Hat moments, man. My girl Nami was out here. She showed an insane amount of courage to stand up to Big Mom, which anybody who was in Whole Cake, they realize just how strong Big Mom is, right? And right now, before their very eyes, with the Ikaku sovereignty burning a hole into the wall over there, right? Like, it's madness. We know how strong Big Mom is. And the way that she stood up to her in this chapter, all for her precious Pokemon, I was like, yeah, my girl Nami's out here, man. Let's get it, dude. She's doing what she can to get her Pokemon back where it belongs. Let's go, man. And then directly after that, Brooke cut Zeus in half while riding on top of Frankie's motorcycle and some Mad Max stuff. That just was crazy, dude. And then while that same motorcycle is running over Big Mom's face, I mean, so many great Straw Hat moments in this chapter. This man, Brooke, for 2 straight arcs, has continued to defy Big Mom. First and foremost with a young lady, and now he proceeds to cut Zeus in half. Like, yo, you're not using that thing in my presence? Get it out of here! And then Freedom Frankie going up in like swimwear. Man, dude, so many great moments. There was a couple of, dang it, man, I'm trying to remember now where I originally heard this. Flagnards. I think I talked about this in the last Afterthoughts. I don't remember though. But it's been around the possibility that we could have a battle between Queen and Frankie, because it could be the Brachiosaurus and the Brachio tank, going up against each other. So if a moment like that were to happen, that'd be really awesome. Right, just to have comedy gold between the two, while it's also a really epic battle. It would be very reminiscent of the Senior Pink fight. But if that weren't to happen, now I'm really curious as to what's going to happen here with Big Mom, because now we have several Straw Hats right here in front of her. Obviously, they're going up in like swimwear. So where do we go from here? Is Frankie going to turn into the Shogun next chapter? Excuse me, go General Frankie. Right up in there. Brooke starts going ham. Luffy starts going ham. Nami starts going ham. Now with possibly Zeus on her side. If Carrot goes Sulong State. And they all start going ham on Big Mom. Or somebody could interrupt in the middle of battle. And stop them from engaging Big Mom altogether. And then it forces Big Mom in order to go take on Luffy. I'm not sure. But sweet mother of Flagnards, man. What a crazy chapter. Filled with so many awesome character moments, and I think that's why I enjoy the chapter so much. Is because of the small little character moments and the potential of other character moments. Like with the setup, with and it was still a nice character moment of itself with Yamato being like, "Can I? Like, can I really take care of Monosuke?" Like, of course I can. I'm Momo's pops. So it's like, moments like that, from a comedy standpoint, from an epic standpoint, from an awesome bro. Like, dude, seeing the minks reacting the way that they did to Jack. And like Inu and Neko be like, yo man, this is our fight. And then their underlings being like, nah, y'all gotta save your strength for Kaido. We're going up with like swimwear. Like such great character moments on that end for them. And then my boy Sanji, bro, going up in like swimwear. I knew he was gonna do it. I knew he was gonna say Monosuke. But it was the way that it was handled, the way it was executed, the fact that he's going up against King right now. He knows full well how strong King is, man. He's still going up in like swimwear, dude. The hype is real, and he also had his incredible character with Monosuke, you know, where to drop your name like a man. Such a great moment. And then of course we had some awesome moments with Nami, Brooke, and Frankie. And so just excitement all around, man. It's just crazy. Like no matter where we go in Onigashima, it's exciting, it's fun. And I can't wait for it, man. Like my energy levels for this are like on max. Like no matter where we go, I already know I'm gonna have a blast reading the next chapter, because that's the way it's been for the past like 12 or so chapters. Just non-stop awesome sauce. I was already loving the flag runs of Wano, right? And then this Onigashima portion came in, and it's just going in every single week, non-stop awesomeness and hype and everything. Great character moments and they with double spreads, and it's just been so much fun. It's such a great read, such a great time to be a fan of this series. And the fact that we're 11 chapters away from chapter 1000 is just as crazy, man. It's like flag nerds. But yo, I will see y'all next time. However, it is an awesome of a day. Let me know if you have anything else to add onto these afterthoughts, or if you want to comment on anything that I commented on, or whatever thoughts that you may have on the chapter. Please let me know about them in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay, man, with that Sanji El Príncipe Stealth Black awesome sauce. But yo, I will see everybody next time. Have an awesome day. One peace, greatness. Man, dude, Onigashima hype, baby. Let's go, man. When you have Sanji greatness going over, and when you have an opportunity to bring in the Mr. Prince awesome sauce with Stealth Black, it's over. It's over.